I was paying no attention when I set up, but there's a big dead birch tree that's pretty much a widowmaker that could fall on my tent. And I didn't even notice it till, well, this afternoon. So I'm gonna go push it over before it lands on me in the middle of the night by accident. Now I'll sleep safely. The day's come to a close. I didn't do much. Pretty much sat in my chair. Chill and fish. But it was good. Very relaxing. See the guys in the boat headed back towards the landing, so I'm guessing they're done for today. I don't know if they caught any fish. They made 4 or 5 rounds, and I think they went to the lake adjacent because I didn't see them for long stretches. Of course, it was kind of annoying because I'd have to reel my line up every time they went by, so I don't know if they knew I had a line out or not, but pattern was. So yeah, they'd go by or reel up. Oh, I'm gonna get smoked out. And then after they got by, I'd paddle back out and drop again. I think it's kind of interesting is when I was a teenager, got really into fishing when I could drive and take myself to all these back lakes. And I was diehard, and I had a buddy with me too. And we would get up so that we made sure we were on the lake before sunrise. And I think that's kind of interesting is that these guys got here. As soon as they got here, I caught my fish this morning. Right at, well, the sun was about hitting the top of the trees this morning. And now it looks like they're headed back because they've got to load out. And sun's again at the top of the trees. So if I get another fish before the end of the day, I think it speaks to how much effort you really need to put in order to catch fish. You can't just do the best part of the day for you, which would be 10 to 4, something like that, and then get back, sleep in, mosey on over to the lake, and then get back for before dark. You really have to put your time and effort into it. So the benefit I had for doing this trip and doing an overnighter or a couple nighter is that you get all those peak times to fish. You get the morning peak and the sunset peak, and there's actually a name for that for fish and animals that are most active at dawn and dusk. It's called crepuscular. And deer follow the same patterns. They sometimes move during the day, but the general rule is that they'll move the first couple hours of the day and the last couple hours of the day the most. And deer are mostly nocturnal. Fish, I'm not sure about. I'm not sure if they're nocturnal or not. But I had my line set all night, last night, and no bites. And no bites all day today. And I have caught fish during the day, of course. But I found that it's a lot better during cloudy days versus bright sun, which is like today. So it's something about the daylight pattern or full sun that puts the fish down, and maybe they don't move so much, or maybe it's just so bright that they can see the line, and that could be one reason that they don't bite during the day. They just see the line, and then as it gets darker, then the light fades, and then they can't see your line as much and the hook as much. They're not as shy. They don't get put off as much. Anyway, something to think about as far as fishing goes. If you really want to do well, you got to commit to getting up before sunrise and get ready to get out, so you get that first bite, and then really tough it out till the end of the day. But if you're just out for a casual fish, like these guys probably are, and you know they weren't doing so good at the hunt, you know they probably don't care to sit to the boat in a motorboat paddle and drive the boat around using gas. But if you're going to paddle a canoe around, maybe you want to save your energy and just do the last couple hours of each day, or the first couple hours of each day. Anyway, the sun's hitting the trees now. I'm gonna eat the rest of the fish I had from yesterday, which hopefully is still preserved. If not, I have venison, but I want to use that fish. The other fish I have on the stringer still, and it's still alive. So what I'm going to do is pack it out. And because I've got so much extra food here that I never ate, and 3 days is good, 2 nights is good for me for this trip. It's supposed to rain on the day after tomorrow, so I'm gonna pack it out and get away from that. No sense in beating myself up over a bad day. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Hopefully I'll get another bite here soon. I thought I would conclude the minnow experiment. Yeah. I didn't catch any minnows. I am not sure why. I guess bagels don't work. I don't know, or maybe it's just too cold and the minnows aren't feeding. Anyway, I didn't catch any minnows. I tried. Oh, but that's okay because the worms worked. There's minnows all over here. Maybe they fit through the holes or something. The holes are too big. I don't know. I'm actually pretty amazed, but I couldn't eat that whole fish yesterday. There's no way. So I saved 2 steaks and the tail section. And I'll show you. I put it in these bags. There's 3 bags, and I have twist ties as well. So I did 3 bags, twist ties, and I put the 2 steaks and the tail fin in the bags, and then I put them in the sand here, and then I covered them all up, and they're as fresh as they were yesterday. I'm surprised. Well, the water's freezing cold. I'm guessing the lake's turned over, which means the top and the bottom has destratified. It all mixes over in the fall. But yeah, regardless, the surface temperature is freezing cold. I'd say, you know, if it's below 5 degrees Celsius, that's the temperature of a fridge, and that's going to keep everything fresh. But the meat is all firm. I won't touch it. I just washed my hands, but it's all firm, so it's all good to go. I'll cook it well. Not going to take any risks that way, but I mean, it should be fine. And yeah, so that's what's for dinner. But I'm just getting it ready while I have a little bit of daylight left. And I'll do like I did last night, and I'll cook this in the dark, because going to bed at 6 p.m. And sleeping till, well, 7, 8, whatever it is it's insane. It's just too much to lay down, but I've been sitting all day anyway, so more relaxing, I suppose. But yeah, I'll doze off by the fire and do the same as I did last night. Yeah, that's what's for dinner. 2 steak. It's still a lot of fish, but this is a little bit more manageable than what I ate last night. Last night, I think I ate like, I don't know, you can check the video again, but it's like 6 steaks or something. This isn't far behind. This will be like 3 steaks or so. So it's still going to be a mouthful. But yeah, I can't preserve it any longer. I don't want to wait on this fish any longer. It's time to eat it. But the venison, I think I'll bury. I brought lots of stuff that I thought I would eat, but catching this one fish really threw me off, so I'm trying not to waste anything. But yeah, aside from having extra mouths to feed, which I don't have here, try to do my best.